Welcome to the Winning Edge Investments Podcast. Winning Edge Investments provides industry-leading horse racing and sports betting tips, ratings and education, enabling you to invest intelligently and treat your betting like a business. Go to www.winningedgeinvestments.com to learn more about how you can start to supercharge your betting bank immediately. Treat your betting like a business and invest intelligently with Winning Edge Investments.
Dean Evans has been brilliant for us so far this autumn, and Winning Edge Investments, of course, all you need to do is head to winningedgeinvestments.com for tips, ratings and betting education for racing and sports. And Dean joins us now to preview the Group 1s around the country and also, of course, the Quokka, and we'll touch on the St. Ledger today. Dean, hello to you, mate.
Good morning, Gareth. How you going?
I'm very well. Let's touch on I've got the Quokka in front of me, so we might start off with the Quokka, which is race number 8 at Ascot tomorrow. Overpass is $2.10. He's drifted in the last 24 hours. Headwalls at $6.50, Western Empire at $7.50, Front Page is 10 into $7.50. He's had some good backing. The Boss Lady at $12, West Star at $15, Joker's Grid at $19, Crescetti at $23, Rope Them In at $34. Who wins this year's Quokka, mate?
Yeah, look, Overpass obviously is the horse to beat, and I get a reasonably decent lead there in front, unless Front Page wants to take over. Overpass can take a sit as well. Certainly does look the one to bet, but there's a couple of value bets. There's a horse I've been following since the start of its sort of 3-year-old year, West Star. He's very, very talented 3-year-old. Won first up just in the BM72, but they ran 6 lengths above standard. Beat a horse called Petula by a couple of lengths, who actually raced sort of 3-4 wide in the Quokka last year and has only beaten about 2.5 lengths. He's a real future superstar. I think he's the Amelia's Jewel replacement for Simon Miller, and I think he's going to have a lot of fun with him over the years. I think he's got a real shot on this West Star, and the other danger to Overpass is Headwall, who is absolutely flying. A horse we followed again since its debut off the trials. It's always looked like it was going to be a superstar, but took quite a long time to get out of benchmark grade. But it's had 3 Group 1 wins, runs this prep, and placed in all of them. Really, really hit the line well on the TJ Smith. And if it gets held up for that last run, it's going to be really charging home. So I think it's a race in 3, and I'll be backing West Star and Headwall, and possibly saving on Overpass, who's clearly going to be the one that I have to run down.
All right then, mate. So, West Star's got a little bit of X factor about him. I reckon he has to be the best of the locals in a way. They're telling me Western Empire will strike first up. They just changed his preparation compared to what they did in a winner bottom when he was second up. But yeah, I think West Star's got that X factor about him if the locals are going to strike. Yeah, but
exciting horse.
I think it's going to be Overpass again. So he's $2.
He's hard to knock, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's hard to knock.
bomb-proof. Saturday we'll go to Morfordville. The first of the features is race 7, the Australasian Oaks. You got Benegill at 440, Too Darn Lizzie 5 into 480. Moving out's been easy lately. In saying that, went to $5.50, back into $5 with Bet365. Preliminary at 5. Cinch, there's no love for our girl Cinch, $9 now. You're still getting that bet boost for the place, the mega boost there for Bet365 customers at $3.50, and then all kinds of folk out to $19. Who wins the Oaks, Dino?
Yeah, a couple of interesting factors. Horses around the first 4 in their last start have won all 13 of the last 13 years. Interesting horses where the database has rated them as on pace or expecting them to run the first 3 have not won in the last 13 years, none from 39. And Too Darn Lizzie is expected to lead, and Cinch, who you just mentioned there, is also expected to be in the top 3. So I've got Too Darn Lizzie and Cinch as lays in this race, particularly Too Darn Lizzie. Also comes off a Group 1, Group 2 run at its second last start. That's never had a winner and drops in weight. And those sorts of horses also haven't won in the last 13 years. So it's got a really bad profile for this race, Too Darn Lizzie in particular. Horses I've followed closely its whole career. Benegill, very, very talented filly. Was a really unlucky 5th in the 1,000 guineas, and I backed her. I thought she was very unlucky in that race. Certainly could have run second with any luck. and then came out and won quite nicely at Caulfield, and then ran Treasure of the Moment to 1.3 lengths in the Vinery last start at Group 1 level. I got Benadryl clearly on top. I think there's a couple of good value runners at really big odds here as well. Phenoms around 25 to 1, gets the blinkers on first time for Gay. I really love Gay horses who sort of sit on the speed, look like they're going to drop out and kick back late when they're stepping up in distance. And that's what this filly did. She maps really nicely just off that sort of those leaders on an above average tempo. And I think Phenom at big odds can do something. And the horse, certainly for the future, is roughly at around 60 to 1 Pellavecchio for Philip Stokes. Has run basically the best late sectionals in every single run in her career. Can run some really blistering sectionals. Missed the start pretty badly in the Aurora. Absolutely flew home. She jumped with them. It probably would have run a really nice third and been a far shorter price there. She's double figure odds to place. I think she's an absolute lock for that 2,500 metre FA Fillies Classic in a couple of weeks. But it's a kind of horse you definitely want to throw in your multiples and has real talent. Pellavecchio. So Benadryl clearly on top, but Phenom and Pellavecchio, I want to sort of have something on it at really huge odds.
Well, you missed the winner in Cinch, but that's all right, Dino. Climbing Star in the yeah. Well, we hope you're wrong today. You're never wrong, really, but hopefully Cinch can prove you're wrong. In the Robert Sangster Stakes, nothing like self-interest. Robert Sangster Stakes, Climbing Star at $7. Commemoratives had good backing, $7.50. Asfura at $8. Stretton Angel at $8. This is a wide open affair. Little Deep, $9. Charmstones had good backing, $9 from 15. Aviatrix has been the mover overnight, 19 into 12. She's Got Bassaz was a win on that final day of the championships at 13. Amina's fascinating. She's first up here in a Group 1 at 16. Australia at $19 and Roll on High at $23.
Yeah, interesting race. One of the amazing factors of this race being a 1,200 metre sprint. Only one horse in the last 13 years has won from barriers 1 to 5, and that was at $1.10, a horse called Black Caviar. Apart from that, this is really a sort of wide gate race from 6 to 20. Has found every winner in the last 12 years. Also a class horses race. Every race winner in the last 13 years come out of a black type race, and 11 have gone up in weight. So usually these horses coming out of the strong form races. 8 out of 52 runners, 8 winners from 52 runners are the top 4 in the official handicap rating. So it's a class horse sort of race. The one from the profiling perspective that really stands out is Commemorative. Just ticks all of the boxes, both from a rating and a profiling perspective. She was impressive winning the Winona Girl second up. Then was nearly favourite for the Galaxy and was pretty unlucky, got held up at a crucial time and ran pretty well, beaten 3 lengths. And then it was a really wide, no cover. Most of the race in the Sapphire ran with and ran second, beaten half a length. Just from a profiling perspective, she sort of ticks every box. This is certainly a race where supers with wide gates have a really good record. They've had the likes of sort of Ruthless Dame, Sprite, Shoals all come from sort of back and wide and swoop home down the outside. It's either that or leaders, with 4 leaders having led all the way in this race also. But I don't think the leader in this race is going to hold on, so I'm quite keen on Commemorative as a strong each-way player. She profiles clearly on top.
And then we go to the St. Ledger today at Flemington, which is race 6. Format at 480, West Indies at 5, Sister Pass at 6, Tel Aviv at 750, Prochester at 850, Lit Steel at $9, American Wolf at $10, and then Kicking King next best at $19 here with Bet365.
Yeah, I think St. Ledger always a good race. You got some of those 2-up winnings. You want to do something with them. Gay Waterhouse has won this race 5 times from 9 runners in the last 12 years. Format won at Kembla Grange over 2,400, 2 starts back, ran plus 18, which is super figures, and 2 of the horses out of that race that beat 1 at Metro level their next start. Then was single figure odds in the Tulloch Stakes and I believe Choke Down. So the tongue tie goes on here. Gay knows how to train the winner of this race, and I can see Format just striding to the lead and leading all the way. I think the only danger that I'm interested in is American Wolf, who won at Ballarat in a really fast run race, where the 4th and 5th horses were beaten sort of 7 lengths and 9 lengths, and then bolted in to win at their next start. One of them won with 7 lengths at its next start. So that was a really strong form race. And there's a race prior at Pakenham, we ran second in a race where they ran plus 18, and the other horse that ran plus 18 on that day was that 2-year-old that then came out won at listed level of its next start. So really strong figures around American Wolf, but format really keen on today in the St. Ledger, and American Wolf at some double figure odds is a danger.
All right then, so format at 480, Benny Mellon rides, and of course you get American Wolf. It will stay all day. He's at $10 and $3.25. Love your work, mate. For the SEN family, the Giddy Up family, go to Winning Edge Investments. You type in SEN and you get a lifetime free membership. So that's the best value, as I keep on saying every time we talk to you, Dana, that's the best value that you can get.
Cheers, Gareth. Good luck to everyone. Happy Anzac Day.
At Winning Edge Investments, our team of highly skilled expert analysts and full-time professional punters review the data, crunch the figures, assess the best betting opportunities, and deliver them to your phone via our app and your email inbox in real time so you profit. Go to www.winningedgeinvestments.com. Look at our membership options, make your choice, and enter the promo code PODCAST to receive a special 25% discount on your first membership just for listening. That's PODCAST in capital letters for a 25% ongoing discount on your first membership. Treat your betting like a business and invest intelligently with Winning Edge Investments.